whenever my daughter is bathing, he used to, oh, well, he promised that he was going to pay my bride price and marry me properly.
Tell me the age of the three. You said three
Yes,
children.
the 3 children are from him.
The age?
Yes, a 15,
Okay.
a 5, and a 2 years old.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I met Mr. Adebola at the university. We were studying the same course. He was just a year ahead of me. So, well, the first thing that happened to me was we were having unprotected sex. I had an ectopic pregnancy. I was so naive, I don't even know what it was. We were all thinking that, oh, it was this appendix. Oh, it's high time I go operate it and all that. So they took me into because there was no time. I was already looking pale. I can't stand upright and all of that. They just took me into the theater. So he thought maybe I would never, I told him what the doctor said, that, oh, you're just lucky to be alive. You are lucky to be alive. If you ever have a child, then you are going to be really lucky and all of that. So he heard all of that. So you are saying, yeah, so you might not have a child again. I said, well, this is where I've met myself. Okay. So it was then that he was not telling me that, this one, that my body is not like this, so that I doesn't think that we are going to be ever going to marry. I say, now because you see me like this, you can't marry me. But then after a while, we now separate. I was crying from one friend to the other. They say, see, we told you that you should not date student, say, look at you now. So after a while, he still came back. And we were still seeing and dating, because I don't know who else to be seeing. And luckily, miraculously, I had a pregnancy. Because I had one fallopian tube, sometimes I would see my period, sometimes I would not. So I did not know that I was pregnant on time. So, but when I was noticing that, I began to have changes, like, so I told him, and I knew that, oh, it's pregnancy. I told him, I'm pregnant and all that. Oh, he said, are you sure? But they said that you are not be pregnant now. I said, that is how I see it. He said, okay, I should go and confirm at the laboratory. I went to confirm. I said, yes, I'm pregnant. That, wow, this is miraculous. Say, that I want to ring his life. That was in his words, that I want to ruin his life, that no, I should go and bought it. So he was always calling me, persuading me that, please, let's, you think I'm not going to marry you, I'm going to marry you. But let's remove this one, because we have to work for money. I said, yeah, we have to work for money. But this one, I'm just lucky to have this child. I'm not going to hurt it. So he was just persuading me. And I was like, I can't do this thing on my own. And I said, okay, maybe we should look for, and I said, okay, we should have it. And I agreed. I said, okay, we should start looking for money. He said he doesn't have money. He doesn't even have money. I said, I don't have money. It's okay. I should go to Lagos and start looking for a hospital that can help me with this pregnancy. That he will go and look for money. So when I came to Lagos, I don't know where to go to. So I started asking people all about, even friends. I said, I don't want to have this pregnancy and even money. So at the time that we break up after the operation, that was when a friend of mine introduced me to one guy named Aziz.
When you broke up, before the two of you started again?
Yes.
Okay.
When we broke up, we weren't saying before he came back. Okay. So I had met a friend of mine introduced me to Aziz, which I spoken to on phone. So I went to see him. As I'm looking for money, I need the money for my school and all of that. I said, what? I was crying. He said, but you are crying. What happened? You can't need the money and you are crying for your school and all that. I said, let me tell you the truth, that I'm pregnant. But the person I'm pregnant for has refused to do it. So we were just talking about life and everything. He said, well, that he's going to stand for me, but I will promise him that we can have a relationship after maybe we can, maybe when we see where it leads to, we can marry and he will take care of me and my child. I said, yes, I agree that I don't want to have my child in the first place. So he followed me home. He said he's the father of the child and everything. But he said he had lost his job for more than 8 months, but he will not be able to assist me much financially. I said, there's no problem. After some time, I went back to school. After I gave birth to my child, I had to do exam. Maybe when the child was 3 weeks, I went back to school. My mom had to follow me because I had to write exam. So Debola was preparing for his NYSC then.
Did you marry that man?
No, I did not marry him.
Okay.
Then Debola kept me under his radar. He kept it under his radar because he knows that it is his child. He kept, even while he was working with one pharmaceutical company, we were communicating and all of that. So in 2012, he approached me. He told me, he said, God is punishing him, that God did not bless his marriage, that the person did not have a child, not even one pregnancy and all of that, that I should forgive him, that I know that God is punishing him and all of that. I said, oh, well. So he now said he wants us to come together. He wants to marry me, but if I agree as a second wife that I don't want to chase away that one, I said, there's no problem. So when he told me that in 2012, I said, no, I'm not agreeing. I'm not going to agree. So in 2016, was after all the old begging all the years, well, I agreed that, well, we should, he said we should merge family. Though we already talked about it with his family and they had agreed and they had talked about it with the lady that he married and everything's going to go smoothly, everything's going to be fine. And well, myself, I thought to myself, I said, well, I want to have my children from one man. That is enough problem with a man. I don't want to give birth with different people. That I want to have more children. So that was, I agreed that, okay, yes, I was going to come in. He was going to take me as a second wife. I said, okay, that was how I agreed. Then at that time, he was working with Nigerian Brewery that taking him to Kotangora in Niger State. Then he said he would put me at Minna in Niger State. So that's about 3 hours journey from Kotangora to Minna, the same Niger State. So
he relocated you to Niger State.
He relocated me to Niger State. Yes. So before I took my daughter, he relocated me to Niger State. Then before I took my daughter, after 2-3 months, I discovered that I got pregnant again. So
Order.
So I did the test and it was positive. He was so happy. He took me to his father, then he took me to the mother's brother because his mother is late. He took me to the mother's brother and they were assuring me that there's no problem, everything is going to run fine and all. But he didn't take me to his elder sister. So while my pregnancy was 3 months, that was when I got a call that, he called me, he said, I need to go to Lagos so to go and see his elder sister. He said, because there's an issue. I said, what issue? He said, when I get to Lagos, I will know that I cannot explain on phone and all that. He said, I need to go. He started telling me that I need to go. His sister is this, so I have to go. I said, okay. I had to take a night bus. He put me on a night bus to Lagos. So when I got to Lagos, I went to the sister's place, the auntie's place. So that was when
Auntie or sister?
Sister, blood sister, okay. The elder sister.
You mentioned auntie now. That's why I got confused. Okay.
Yes. So the elder sister. So I went to meet her and everything. So she was like, she didn't know anything that we were coming together as a family. And this is Debola cannot do anything behind. I said, no, he doesn't know about it and everything. So he started making me go over how I met him and the first child and everything. So he now said, what they're going to do now that I'm pregnant, that what they're going to do now, he won't, because my child wasn't bearing Debola's name, of course, he was bearing the name of the man that stood for me. So then I said, no, they want to take ownership of the girl. My mom said, no, that they shouldn't be bringing this up, that it will give me a lot of stress at this time and all that. But the sister was saying that if I'm not interested, maybe I should go back to my mother's home. It means I'm not ready for this proper settling and everything. I said, I say, well, so that was how they say, okay, that we should go and do, that they want to confirm first, that we go and do DNA. I said, yes, he's the one that wants to confirm. I know what I'm talking about. We went for the DNA and it came out and it was confirmed that, yes, it is his child and everything. So okay. They said, okay, first of all, they said they have to change the name, that they have to go to assist place.
At that point, they decided to claim paternity of
claim paternity for
because
the
they've done DNA test.
Yes.
They discovered the child belongs to him.
Yes. So
they now have, but now let me know the process they took, because they did that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I can see the names you put there.
Yes, ma'am.
So the next thing they did is to change the name.
Yes, they changed the name. They had to go and meet her, say that the child will not be bearing his name anymore. Asis did not fight them in any way. He was just angry.
He cannot fight. It doesn't have the legal right to fight because the DNA has declared the owner. Do you understand?
He doesn't even want to fight. He doesn't even want to fight. But yeah, and then Debola Agri said he wants to give him some money to compensate him for for standing and everything. I say yes, it's a good way. That's a gratitude from me to him.
And he did that.
Yes, he did that. He paid him. Then that was how I was able to take my child to Minna. So when we got to Minna, and I'm already pregnant with the second child. So when we got to Minna, I said, oh, now that we are here, and you are not living with us, you say you'll be coming every 2 or 3 weeks to check on us. I said, we have to plan, you have to have an amount you'll be sending as feeding allowance so that I can use that to run the house and everything. He said, no, that was the first struggle. He said, no, I'm not going to do like that. That I said, how are you going to do it? He said, you will make that if we are going to be like writing list of food that when we need rice or amala and all that.
At the end of the day, did he start giving you upkeep, or he still did not?
He did not.
Throughout,
there was no upkeep. So until he did the unthinkable that I never thought he could do. First of all, when he comes, he said, and when he comes, I think whenever my daughter is bathing, he used to...
Your daughter or our daughter?
Our daughter. Whenever she's bathing, she will just go in there and all of that. And you know, the girl did not grow up with him. So my daughter was now call my attention to it that, oh, mommy, I don't like this and all that. I think it was around the overhead when my daughter, because she called me outside to complain about it. So I said, oh, I'm coming, let me go. And so when I now came inside, I went to the kitchen first. I was like, how will I attend to this issue? So he had heard. So he was the one that now came to the kitchen door, saying, hey, there's something he wants to say. I said, what is that he wants to say? He said, I should warn Sophia very well that what is there, that he wants her to be bathing naked and be dressing naked in front of him. I say, that what do you want to use that for? To do that? Me, I'm the mother. She doesn't even dress or bathe naked in front of me. So why are you bothered about that? That if she's even doing that, you are the one that's supposed to tell her that no, because she's grown and she's even, she's matured. She's 13, and at that time she's fat and all. So why would you want a grown up child to be bathing and naked in front of you? I said no. They said after that, you will now be like, when he's going, he will give money to me. He said, this mommy own. He will give the other child this your own. He will not give that child money. Immediately that child will start crying. I will say, why don't you give it? Say, no, he has not done what I asked her to do. I said, what is it that you asked her to do? To be bathing naked and dressing naked of you? I said, no, it's not accepted. I am not agreeing to that. So after that, that was where it first started, until my second child, which she was 3 at that time. So as he used to call, he came that day, and the light was off, the curtain was off, and the TV was on. So we just heard the light was off. So we just heard my 3-year-old child shouting, "Mommy, here! Mommy, here! Mommy!" We even thought it's something that bite her. Me, I thought it's something that bite her. My daughter 13, she just quickly on the lights. As she on the lights, we saw the daddy with erection. With my daughter, my daughter 3 years old was like that. Say, I said, what are you doing? Are you using my child hand?